Dear friends, welcome. What if the reason you feel stressed, overthinking, or mentally exhausted has nothing to do with your job, your relationships, or even with your life situation, but everything to do with how you understand yourself? You may change your job, you may improve your lifestyle, or you may achieve success, but still something inside feels incomplete. Why does that happen? Nearly 100 years ago, a silent sage, Ramana Maharshi, gave a simple but powerful answer in just 30 short verses called Upadesa Saram. And surprisingly, this teaching does not ask you to believe anything, it simply asks you to look inward. Let's explore in this video what Ramana Maharshi actually taught and how Upadesa Saram came into existence. Stay with me till the end because the final idea may completely change how you see your own mind. Upadesa Saram means the essence of spiritual teaching. It is a small but powerful text written by Ramana Maharshi, one of our most respected spiritual teachers of a modern era. What makes him unique is that he did not create a complex philosophy, instead, he simply pointed people inward. People from all over the world visited him not for rituals but for clarity, because when they sat in his presence, they felt something rare, mental silence. And from that silence came teachings that were extremely simple yet deeply profound. Upadesa Saram is one of the clearest summaries of his entire teaching. To understand this text, we need to understand its background. There is a traditional spiritual story behind it. It says that ancient sages were performing intense rituals and actions, believing that actions alone can lead to ultimate freedom. They were deeply committed but also limited in understanding. According to ancient tradition, a higher wisdom appeared to guide them and explain something deeper, that action alone is not the final truth. Later, Ramana Maharshi took this idea and expressed its essence in a very simple way. But what is important here is not the story itself. What matters is the message he extracted from it. Human effort is important but not sufficient for inner freedom. So he condensed the entire spiritual path into 30 verses to make the life simpler. Ramana Maharshi pointed out something very simple yet powerful. Emotions come and go, situations come and go, but something remains constant, which is awareness, and that awareness is what we truly are. This is why his most famous teaching is Who Am I? Not as a philosophy, but as a direct observation. When you sincerely ask this question, not intellectually but inwardly, something shifts. You begin to notice thoughts are observed, emotions are observed, even the sense of I is observed. So then the question comes, if everything is observed, who is the observer? That inquiry is the heart of Upadesa Saram. Ramana Maharshi does not directly guide seekers into self inquiry. He took a step by step approach. First approach is karma. He first explains that action is necessary for life, but attachment to results creates suffering. And the second approach is that he shows how surrender and gratitude soften the ego. And the third approach is yoga. He explains how breath and attention influence mental stability. And the fourth approach is jnana. Finally, he introduced self inquiry, turning attention inward. This structure is important because it shows something very practical. Spiritual growth is not sudden, it is gradual refinement of awareness. In today's world, people are more connected than ever, but also more mentally restless. We are all constantly exposed to performance pressure, career anxiety, or even with a identity confusion. Because of this, the mind rarely rests. We try to fix this by chasing goals, seeking distractions, but the inner noise continues. Raman Maharshi's teaching offer a different direction. Instead of fixing everything outside, he asks us to understand what is happening inside. He points out the problem is not life itself, but identification with thoughts about life. This is a major shift because when we are aware that thoughts are just passing events, they lose their control over you. The key takeaway teaching from Upadesa Saram is that peace does not come from changing life conditions alone. It comes from understanding the mind that experiences those conditions. This does not mean we need to stop working or stop achieving. It means act fully, observe the mind instead of becoming the mind. When this understanding deepens, stress reduces naturally, fear becomes manageable, and clarity increases. Because you are no longer living inside every thought, you are aware of thoughts, and that awareness is stable. Upadesa Saram, it's not just a spiritual text, it is a mirror. It reflects how the human mind creates its own suffering and how that suffering can dissolve through understanding. Raman Maharshi did not ask people to believe in something new, he simply invited them to look inward, and perhaps in today's world of constant noise, distraction, and pressure, that simple invitation is more relevant than ever. And do comment, do you think peace comes from changing life or understanding the mind? If this teaching resonated with you, like the video, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe for more insights from Ramana Maharshi teachings as narrated by me, Krisha. Thank you for watching.